Out of all the pictures I have, this one raises the most eyebrows. But before I explain you the story behind this picture, I'm going to start at the beginning. Hi, my name is Robert-Jan van der Kaaij, which is a very Dutch name, so it should not be a surprise that I live here in the Netherlands. In 2015, I decided to jump on my trusty motorcycle, drive towards the east, and see how far I could go. I was hoping to see the culture gently shift as I would drive further and further. Now, you might ask yourself, why would you do that? Whenever I was doing one of my casual touring routes, I've always felt the urge to just continue driving in one direction and see what I will encounter on my way. In the past, my longing for adventure had often been triggered by incredible stories from other bikers. One of them is a book from Gordon May, of which I found a signed copy in a second-hand bookstore. I guess Derek's wife threw this book away because she thought it would make his midlife crisis even worse. There were also the documentaries of Ewan McGregor and Charlie Borman. I think they broadcasted it on Discovery Channel back in the day. I just remember watching it when I was a teenager and I was absolutely fascinated by it. And last but not least, there are the trips made by Paul van Hoof. He's a Dutch journalist that has driven his trusty Moto Guzzi all over the planet. I actually had the pleasure of meeting him a few weeks before I was about to go on my own trip. For this trip, I would use my first motorcycle, named Perry. I bought it the moment I got my driving license, just a year before. Perry is a Honda NTV Rever. It's a typical commuter's bike that I was able to afford back in the day when I was a student. It dates from 1995, has a two-cylinder engine with 650 cc's each. The engine isn't very powerful, but at least it's reliable. And because of the decent fuel consumption and fairly big gas tank, I could drive around 400 kilometers before I would have to refuel my gas tank. Since I would be on the road for a couple of months, I spent a lot of time updating my camping gear with the limited resources that I had. The waterproof bags, a second-hand gasoline burner, and some small motorcycle parts were a very welcome addition. I also made some modifications to the bike for this journey. A Continental off-roading tire for the back wheel, some basic crash bars that I swapped from another NTV, and a small luggage rack that I bought from a scrapper. And that's basically it. One last crucial thing: making little giveaway treats for friendly strangers I would meet along the way. In my previous travels, I've learned that kindness really helps you come a long way. And there we are, ready to go. Inspecting the bike one last time, taking some nice pictures, and then it was time to gear up. Now I'm just gonna play some open rope footage accompanied with some music. So I say guys, enjoy!
That's good.
The Netherlands is filled with rivers. And for example, at this location in Wijk there's not a bridge, so in order to cross the river, you have to use a veerpont, like a ferry. If you truly want to experience my motorcycle driving, you guys actually should also have to listen to my horrendous singing in my helmet, which right now you can't hear, but I can promise you I've been singing all throughout the trip. Same shit, same songs. So yeah, if you guys would like to hear that in future videos, do let me know. I will make sure to make it as horrendous as possible. Time for a little break. Here I wanted to order an ice cream in the Netherlands, but this girl had no idea what I was saying, because she partly spoke French and German, but not Dutch. So, with some signal language or sign language, I managed to score an ice cream. Through a platform called Couchsurfing, I'd been able to find a fellow motorcycle driver in Germany that was able to accommodate me for the first night. So yeah, of course, I would much rather spend the night with locals than staying in hotels and just being there by myself, not experiencing anything of the culture or the locals. So yeah, I checked the text. He said you can come by whenever you want. So I jumped on my bike again and drove off. We are now a bit deeper into Germany, so it was time for another little break. And after that, I tried to mount my camera in a different way again. And what do you know? Of course, the bolt comes loose again. I had this trouble the first days quite often. So yeah, try to fix it again. Make sure that you guys have some nice shots to look at. And yeah, make sure I can capture some of it. After 350 kilometers of driving, approximately 4 hours of driving, with of course also breaks in between, I managed to reach Trier in Germany, which is the location where my couchsurfing host, the fellow motorcyclist, lives. So yeah, here I'm trying to find his house to see exactly where I have to go to meet him, and then hopefully in a couple of minutes I might have a nice place to stay. Luckily, we found each other pretty quickly, so we just had to offload the bike, took everything inside, had a nice evening of drinking some, having nice food, relaxing, talking. Apparently, he was very soon going to be a father, so I hope by now he has a wonderful child and they're having the best time. And after that, I just went to sleep and was looking forward to what will come along the next day. Spoiler alert, it's gonna get wet.